You're perfect. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. So as I mentioned, enterprise sales, it's a B2B transaction that's solving a complex goal, problem, or need, driven by innovation and their higher price offerings, and not necessarily higher priced because of what it costs you to build your system, but higher priced mostly due to the scale of the problem that you're solving for the enterprise. So if you solve a $1 problem a million times, you're solving $1 million problem. Enterprise sales almost always involves a number of unknowns and uncertainties. And in sales, it's really important to recognize those, to spot those, and manage them lest they manage you. Enterprise sales is very competitive. Greenfield sales are very uncommon. Almost every sale replaces something or someone, sometimes someone inside the organization, and knowing what you're displacing with your sale is very important. And of course, because there's people inside the enterprise, there's lots of agendas and forces that are embedded, part of the culture that you have to sort of understand and navigate through the enterprise sales process. And enterprise sales also almost always involves a team purchasing decision. Very uncommon that the same person evaluates the offering, makes a decision, and writes the check. It's much more typical that those steps in the sale occur between a distributed team inside the enterprise. And because of all this, enterprise sales involves a long, expensive sales cycle. So I want to think about the new mindset of enterprise sales and a different way of thinking about it. Enterprise sales is not about picking winners and losers any more than investing in companies is about picking winners and losers. As much as you think you like to do that, nobody's very good at it. That's why VCs play a numbers game, and they hope that a very small percentage of their startups get acquired or IPO, which covers the cost of the rest of them. Sales is very similar. Sales is about feeding a process where at the end of the day, there's only two things under your control: your attitude and your behavior. We're going to be talking about that today. And it also turns out that enterprise sales is something that most technical founders can be good at. A lot of people enter sales with a sort of a misperception of sales and salespeople based upon long-standing myths about sales. I like to say it's the second oldest profession out there. And with that comes some baggage and some myth. But once you understand it and put sales in the context of helping and supporting the customer, it becomes a much more natural place for technical